You ever notice how every time a woman talks about her relationship online, there's always a crowd of other women ready to tell her, "Girl, leave him. You deserve better." And it doesn't even matter what really happened. He forgot to text back. He worked late. He took the kids for ice cream without asking. And suddenly he's toxic, narcissistic, controlling, manipulative. Pick your favorite label. What's scary is that people actually listen to that advice. Hey guys, I'm Isabella, and welcome back to Secrets of the Night. Today I want to talk about something that's been bothering me for a long time. How social media, especially women's groups and advice forums, is quietly destroying relationships and marriages. And what's even worse, it's usually the men who end up blamed, criticized, or replaced over things that never even used to be considered problems. I saw a post recently that went viral, and honestly, it said everything about where we are as a society. It was from a mom who was upset because her husband took their kids to McDonald's. That's it. He took them for fries and nuggets. She was angry because, in her words, he knows I don't approve of that food. So she posted online asking for advice. And guess what the comments said? He doesn't respect you as a mother. This is a red flag. If he's willing to feed them junk food, imagine what else he's capable of. Of course, the words toxic and narcissist showed up immediately. I read that and thought, really? This is what we call disrespect now? A father taking his kids out for a fun meal? A man spending time with his children is now a red flag? It's insane. And it's happening every single day online. Women are being told that normal, healthy, imperfect relationships are toxic. That a man who works, helps with the kids, and occasionally makes a decision on his own is somehow disrespectful. Behind all of this is a growing culture that celebrates living over fixing, complaining over communicating dig, selfishness over commitment. Now imagine you're that man. You come home after a long week at work. You pick up your kids, take them out for something small, thinking it will make them happy. Then you walk through the door and instead of a smile, you get attitude, cold tone, disapproval. Later you find out she went on Facebook and now 100 strangers are analyzing your marriage. You're not even in the conversation, but you're already the villain. That's what so many men go through today. Their mistakes aren't discussed privately. They're posted, judged, and amplified by people who don't even know the story. And here's the worst part. These online voices don't care about your relationship. They don't care about your kids, your memories, your future. They just want company in their own misery. So when they see a woman with a husband, even a decent one, they start whispering, "You can do better. You should leave." Because it makes them feel better about their choices. It becomes a kind of collective sisterhood of self-sabotage, where women are encouraged to find flaws in everything their man does. He forgets something? He's inconsiderate. He disagrees? He's controlling. He's quiet? He is distant. He shows emotion? He is weak. There is no way for him to win. What happens next? A good man starts walking on eggshells. He doesn't know what will get twisted next. He becomes cautious, distant, silent. She then takes his silence as proof that something is wrong. So she posts again, and the cycle continues. The sad truth is that social media has become a mirror for insecurity. Instead of helping people grow, it amplifies their doubts. And platforms profit from that, because conflict and drama get attention. Nobody clicks on, "My husband and I worked things out peacefully." No, they click on, "My husband betrayed me by feeding our kids McDonald's." That's we've west to Oler. If she had posted, "My husband took the kids out and I thought it was sweet, but I prefer they eat healthier. How can we communicate better?" no one would care. No outrage, no drama, no validation. But the moment she says, "I'm angry, he disrespected me," boom, instant sympathy, instant engagement. Because on social media, being a victim sells. A lot of men feel helpless about this. Because no matter what they do, the narrative is already prepared. If you work too much, you're emotionally unavailable. If you work less, you're not ambitious. If you take initiative, you're controlling. If you ask for space, you're cold. If you express emotion, you're weak. It's exhausting. Men today are living under constant emotional surveillance. Not only judged by their partner, but by her online audience too. Every private disagreement can become public content. Every small mistake can become a viral red flag. This creates paranoia in relationships, especially for women who spend too much time consuming toxic online advice. The more they read, the more they start to question everything their partner does. He raised his voice. Is he toxic? He didn't text for 2 hours. Is he hiding something? He doesn't want to go to therapy. Maybe he's a narcissist. No. Maybe he's just tired. Maybe he's just human. And this is what I want to say to men. You're not crazy for feeling that modern relationships are harder. They are harder. Because so many women are being told that being unhappy for one day means it's time to leave. Boundaries are oppression. Leadership is control. Independence means not needing a man at all, even when they actually want one. What's even sadder is that these online voices never talk about consequences. They don't show what happens after she leaves a good man. They don't show the loneliness, the regret, the realization that maybe, just maybe, she walked away from someone who truly loved her. There are so many men right now who did nothing wrong except fail to meet some imaginary standard invented by TikTok, therapists, and bitter strangers on Reddit. The moment he stands up for himself, she posts a quote like, "I'm done with narcissists." Imagine this. You're a man sitting at the table trying to talk calmly about a small disagreement. She's on her phone, reading comments from strangers who have told her that men like you never change. You're no longer talking to her. You're arguing against the opinions of 100 random people who think they know your relationship better than you do. How can love survive that? And yet, men are still blamed when everything falls apart. When she loses trust, it's his fault. When she pulls away, he wasn't attentive enough. When she leaves, he didn't fight for her. But the truth is, he was never fighting against her. He was fighting against a world that convinced her to hate what she already had. Healthy relationships don't get validation online. They get mocked. Because peace doesn't trend. Respect doesn't go viral. What goes viral is outrage. And it's killing the idea of partnership. So if you're a man watching this and wondering why women seem more disconnected, more suspicious, more easily influenced, that's why. The digital world has become a third person in too many relationships. What can you do? Don't play defense against social media. Play offense in real life. Be consistent. Be calm. Lead with quiet confidence. When she scrolls through her feed and sees angry women calling their husbands toxic, she should feel lucky that her man isn't one of them. And if she still lets strangers guide her relationship, walk away with peace. Because no matter how much you love someone, you can't compete with 1,000 anonymous opinions. Real love doesn't need public approval. It grows in privacy, in everyday moments no one posts about. Making coffee together, folding laundry, talking late at night. That's the kind of love people are losing because they keep chasing validation online. Yes, social media profits when marriages fail. Heartbreak sells better than happiness. But You don't have to be part of that game. If you had a good woman before she got lost in the noise, be patient but stay firm. If you're still looking for one, choose the woman who values presence over posting, reality over image, peace over popularity. Because love isn't about proving yourself to strangers. It's about protecting a connection only two people truly understand. And if you're tired of being blamed for simply being a man, remember, you're not alone. There are women out there who still believe in loyalty, in building together, in quiet strength. They just don't shout as loud as the ones online. Thank you for watching. This is Isabella, and you're watching Secrets of the Night. I'll see you in the next one. Never be afraid to lose someone who was only with you for the benefits. Because the moment she leaves, she simply makes space for someone who will love you for real. And remember, real love doesn't cost you your peace. The woman meant for you won't take advantage of your kindness. She'll protect it. Thank you for watching. This is Isabella, and you've been watching Secrets of the Night. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.